today's video, I'm going to show you how to craft what I call Fortress of the Mad Dwarf King. You will find the template I'm using in the description of this video. The first step is really easy. You just have to cut a rectangle in a piece of foam and then roll on it a ball of aluminum paper. Here I'm simply punching some holes through the paper in order to replicate the shape of the door. The next step is to cut the interior of the door. Here I'm using my Proxon, but if you don't have access to any, you can simply use a cutter knife. Here I'm measuring the different parts of the door. There is approximately half a centimeter between each part. Here I made a mistake. I should have completely cut the arch before cutting it sideways. Here you can see that as the arch is already cut it sideways, it will be really difficult to have the same cuts in all of the parts. The next step will be to cut again the interior of the door. The lower you go, the less you cut. For the next part you can simply follow my template or you can come up with your own scheme. Be careful to not forget to texture all the parts with an aluminum paper ball. For the door I will simply use ice cream stick, as well as some bamboo coffee stir. In order to represent the rivets, I will cut some tooth sticks. I will paint the face of the dwarf with 2 coats of grey, and for the door I will use 2 coats of brown. For the next step I will dry brush both pieces. In order to do that, you simply have to mix a bit of white with the base color. Then you remove the excess paint on your brush on a paper towel. For this effect, it's really important to go progressively and to add more and more white in your base color in each different coat. If you liked what you see until now, it's the perfect moment to subscribe and like this video. For the stonework, the process is exactly the same. If you want to see more detailed stonework, you can check my previous video about a watchtower. The next step will be to build the mountain on each side of the door. You can obtain a really great effect by cutting randomly with a cutter knife in the foe. However, be careful to not cut yourself. In order to make the transition between the face of the dwarf and his crown, I have cut a square wooden dowel. The crown then is made of another piece of fur. In order to give some depth to this piece, I cut it sideways in two, and then I cut it crenels on the first part. Then I have made some stone texture with a roller, but you can also do it manually with a pen. Again, don't forget to texture all the pieces. This part is not mandatory, but I crafted a sun mountain to put behind the door, in order to give more depth again. For the mountains, I will put 2 coats of grey and then apply the same dry brush technique as for the stonework and for the door. It's really subtle, but you will see that on the right part I have also applied some wash that I made myself. In order to do this wash, you simply have to mix black paint with some water and then you add a bit of dish soap in it. And here you have the final result. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to comment, subscribe and share it. Thank you and see you next time.